I'm on vacation.
We got Ian and Becca Comics saying, how's it going? And we got C Bizzle. Say his name and he appears. I didn't say his name, but he still appeared anyway.
He's got
That
a
is
too.
I thought it.
Oh, well, I thought it too. Good evening, watching from my bed. Yeah, because he's not feeling well either.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
I landed in Florida. Everything was good, and then late last night, dealing with the colds.
And we got Ian and Becca Comics saying Vox for president.
Hey, I'm not opposed.
Well, Cliff, you've been pretty much around everywhere tonight. Today, you know.
Yes, yes.
I gotta keep my score up. You know.
I like it.
Even
I like
today,
it.
Cliff.
Right?
And
You
for
getting
those-
proper rest?
And for those of you who are not aware, 3 days ago, Cliff celebrated his birthday. So happy birthday, Cliff.
Cliffy. I was there. I was so happy.
Right.
I was so happy. I just wish Chris was there so we could see his reaction to those pulls from the box.
I know works. I'm sorry.
I made it at the very
Yeah, I
end.
know. You would have probably killed Rob. You would have probably
No, you would have fallen out of your chair for sure. You were like, "Oh, Tales for Suspense. Oh, the second appearance of the Wrecking Crew. Oh, it's Red Sonja #1 in near mint condition. Okay. Oh, you get a slab of Punchline's first appearance. It would have been amazing.
Oh hell!
But that's okay. I guess
I'm just waiting for Chris one day to take out his earbuds and be like, "Yep, I'm done. I quit. Never come back. Never."
That'll never happen.
Many times.
You know what? He'll never. You want to know why? Number one, it's not even his money. So
yes, it is.
I put stuff in that box. Rob doesn't talk about it, but I have sent.
Oh, in that case, he's put stuff in the box.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
no, mine is all
Chris
modern
has.
stuff. I do not turn to the 70s and then give it to Rob to give away. No.
You don't go, here's this Power Man Iron Fist 1 through 5. Let's just throw them in the box.
Here's G.I. Joe 3. No, I don't do that.
The personal stuff that you truly love. Let me throw that in the box.
Yeah.
Look at the first Snake Eyes, everybody, in the box.
Yeah.
Low grade Transformers 1. Here, we're giving this away now.
No, I could just see Rob be like,
My Stanley
off screen, be
autograph,
like,
was a
2099
low-grade-
Ravager.
He did a low grade Secret War #8. There's nothing wrong with a low grade Secret War #8.
I love that.
Yeah, but I believe even I would probably fall out if he went, "Okay, Chris, we pulled this out of the box. Look, it's an Amazing Spider-Man 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin."
I would have been
My-
like, "Yep, I'm done."
Yeah.
My Werewolf by Night first appearance, Moon Knight, is like a 3. I'd love it to death. Like it was given to me. The cover's still on. It still, it still looks good in the bag and board. But inside it's falling apart. But I'd love it.
I want to take a minute. I'm sorry. I just want to take a minute and thank Christina for sharing the links to everyone in the chat. I appreciate that, Christina.
Sorry, that's
Thank you very
Chris's
much.
thing. I can't do that either, or the salute.
I do want to say that I thought for 1 second, briefly, we was going to get through an episode of Only Slabs, and Chris's anxiety was going to be intact. I was really rooting for it till the end.
It was until the end.
Who won today? I wasn't able to watch. I've been dealing with this stupid
Nick's
cold.
kicks
Cat fan.
Kenneth Bird and Nick gave it to Cat Fan.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
That's
I
for
do-
Rob's anxiety.
Hey, I do have to flex with one thing.
That's true.
My last giveaway win for 2024 was on Cliff in the Council of Comics. I mean,
Yes.
I got
was
a
so
duck,
happy.
got a duck, and got the second place prize. And I don't know what the second place prize is, but it's going to be awesome nonetheless.
It's
That was
those,
cool.
and yes, you'll enjoy them. I was going to say, Sam did show it in the episode.
Yeah, I
Kinda.
didn't go. I didn't go back and watch the first part yet. Where I missed it, where I wasn't on there. So, kind of want to be surprised.
You will. By the way, I was surprised, and this is fun. On my birthday, I made an Elfster wish list on Amazon for Secret Santa at work, and the woman who runs our clinic, she came with her friend, and her friend went on my Elfster wish list from Secret Santa and found Superman tumblers on my wish list and got those for my birthday. And I completely forgot about Secret Santa and everything. So I was so impressed to see these Superman tumblers.
Oh hell!
Nice.
Well, but Vogs, Cliff, before I ask y'all, one of the other things I did mention that I'd like to pick up, and that I did not mention that I'd like to pick up in 2025, not comic book related, is I'd like to get the rest of the Legend of Drizzt or the latest Drizzt novels. I think I need 7 of them from Ari Salvatore to complete my set again so I can get caught up reading those. But guys, Cliff, Vogs, one of y'all can go first. What are some books y'all looking forward to picking up and add to the PC in 2025?
Do you want me to go, Cliff? I've only got 5.
Go for it.
So I want to get a Batman slab. Doesn't have to be like the highest grade. I want a Batman key. No way I'm getting Detective 27.
Well, technically you
I
could,
won't.
but it'd be a
I could.
reprint.
Yeah, exactly. I do have the reprint, and then I would love a Deadpool slab of like a key. Doesn't have to be New Mutants 98. It could be a villain or something.
If
And
you
then I
think
got
outside the box, there's affordable keys. Like instead of
yeah.
going
Oh, there is.
first appearance, go first, second, or third. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I want a
X-Force.
Batgirl slab because that's one of my favorite characters. And
Which
then
backer?
the last 2, Barbara Gordon.
Yeah. No, I'm
You
playing.
don't like Barbara Gordon? Come on.
You should get Batgirl
Barbara
33.
Gordon, don't let him fool
She's
you.
Oracle. She's Oracle. I love Barbara, but no, I like
She's-
Cassandra and
I
Stephanie.
like Cassie. I like Cassie. I have nothing wrong with Cassie. Everyone's like, "Oh, do you like both?" I'm like, I collect Barbara, but I have a lot
I
of
like Barbara.
respect for Cassie.
You know, honestly, if I could afford it, I'd like to go back and get the first appearances of the first Batwoman and the first Batgirl that
Yeah.
predated Barbara Gordon.
So, and then my last 2 are, um, Detectives Comics. Don't ask me the number. I wrote it down. It's going to be on a video where I give my top 5 for books I want. It's the first appearance of Batgirl and Robin teaming up. I think it's like 360 something. And then the other one is Uncanny X-Men 170 something, where it's when Rogue officially joins the X-Men and she's on the cover with Colossus and it says, "Welcome Rogue to the X-Men."
I know exactly the one you're talking about. I think it's 170 or 170. Is it
Right. I
170?
hope you survived the experience. Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
But yeah, I would say those are my top 5.
It's a good top 5.
Well,
Cliff?
I'm hunting down first appearances, and in some cases, second appearances of the Legion of Superheroes. So that's going to be like my first tier shopping goal.
Hey, Mr. Spot.
And then I guess I don't know, like my second goal, I think is going to be like more, I don't know. Maybe I should chill out. Maybe my second goal should just be submit stuff that I want slapped.
It's a good goal.
Because I've got 2 Jangs that I want to send in to be slabbed by CBCS, you know, and I also have like I think I have an Action Comics 1000 that's signed by 10 creators. Like that's
Dang.
a job. That's a job for CBCS.
What's that?
Yeah, Balls
Chang.
Spidey.
Nice.
I have
With the
all-
custom. No.
I have all the balls in your face Spidey signed by him except one, and for some reason I don't like it. Like they all look the same, but one of them he's like flipped upside down or something. And I'm talking to John, and I'm like, John, look, I love you, but like that one doesn't count as balls in your face Spidey because they flipped him upside down. You know?
Oh,
And,
I like the gym.
no, I love it. I love balls in your face Spidey. That's not the that's the second balls in your
That's
face.
That's butt in your face.
That's why it's balls in your face because the first one you can clearly tell it's balls in your face.
Chris
Spidey.
is like,
That's
"Why are we having this damn conversation?"
Chris
It
is
merits.
Chris is like, man, Cliff really wants my balls in his face.
I don't know why you guys are debating Peter's anatomy. Like it does.
That's Miles. That's Miles.
That's
Look,
Okay, so it's Miles. All right.
Oh, that's the other thing. I think that the one that I don't like is actually technically Peter. I got a review. But anyhow, if you guys don't know, when Empire Comics did his 1K giveaway, and he was looking for stuff to put in the 1K giveaway, I'm talking to Angel in the comic shop, and we have a video on the council of this. And I was like, "Oh, I love this one." He goes, "I really like it too, but it's very balls in your face." And then someone else makes a comment about balls in your face, Spidey, but I got blamed for it. But you know what? It's okay because it's a wonderful memory with my dearly departed friend. So now and forever, it's balls in your face, Spidey. And he did put it in the giveaway, and I love it.
We got a few, I was gonna say we got a few other people popped up in the chat. I hope I get everybody. Bleecker Street popped up. How you doing? How you doing, sir? We got White Tiger, Cool, Calm, and Collected.
JSS.
I got a couple of things I'm gonna get to here in a minute. We got Nerdy Geek. How you doing? And we got Aggressive Relaxing.
Nerdy Geek.
And Joe.
Aggressive.
And Joe. And Random Rips Kevin.
Oh.
Joe. A lot of people
Reese,
fled him.
Random
Yeah,
Reese.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Bruno.
Son of a
Son of a Bruce.
Chris.
The owner of Retro Rocky Comics. Yeah.
Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
Raids.
Mr.
Tony,
Spock.
I'm sharing out your live stream on my channel too.
Okay, cool.
And now we're everywhere. You can turn on streams and hear my voice penetrating your walls, your home, your
Oh
eardrums.
God! Stop.
Cliff did
Any other
need
things
more
are
reach.
penetrated.
I'm gonna show a few things real quick because my wife made a post. I'm gonna show my wife what my wife said. She said, "Tony, show them your new hobby for 2025. Is that you're going to learn?" For those of you who didn't watch last week, for Christmas
today,
for Christmas, my wife got me this nice little pencil set.
Well, that was quick.
She got me this blank color comic book.
Ooh.
Okay. I see where this is going.
We got the Master Guide to Drawing Cartoons.
Okay.
And then we got this comic book studio, which means I need to learn how to draw.
Did you see JSS's comment, Tony?
Yeah, I'm fixing to touch on that one too. And I guess I need to learn how to draw. And I bought this years ago, so I guess I'm a leg up. But I'm gonna start with this.
Yeah, the Marvel way.
The Marvel way. But going to JSS's comment, where was it? Comiverse, what an awesome Kiss collection. By the way, do you have their first appearance in Howard the Duck? Yes, I have Howard the Duck issues 12 and 13. 12 is a cameo. 13 is their first full appearance in comics. Not only do I have those, there's more.
Yeah.
I have the Marvel Super Special. Kiss, first print.
Yeah.
Kiss Blood in the red ink. I actually have somewhere, I'm not really sure where I put it, but I have the often not talked about as much issue 5 that they showed up in as well. And I have a ginormous, Lord, it's over there, omnibus. Yeah. I mean, that thing is big. It's a Kiss
somebody
compendium.
backstage.
Oh, it's a Kiss compendium that contains all the Marvel image stuff. And we have Reverend Finger. Wait a minute.
Reverend Finger Blaster.
Oh, that's Bleak.
It's just Bleecker.
Is it just Bleecker?
Is it just Bleecker? I don't know. I wish it would come through.
There he is.
There we
Reverend.
go.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Bleecker.
Scary for a moment.
How you doing, Bleecker?
Where's
Welcome
Bleecker
to
go?
Thought I'd come hang out with you nerds for a bit, man.
What's up, Bleak?
I was just listening to House of the Rising Sun and everything.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
What's up,
But yeah,
Bleak?
that's just a small sample of my Kiss collection.
What's going on, Boggs? How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good fighting the cold, but
I would love
whatever.
to show some of you my Kiss collection. It's very interactive.
Oh
I
God.
bet it is. I bet it is.
Chris, I love your cheekbones are so expressive. I love them so much. Like honestly, like you and Boggs are like in a tie for like embarrassing sexual things I want to do to you just to,
Oh God.
just to watch your faces explode. And then Bleecker is just someone who I want to make me embarrassed with sexual stuff. So it's great. Like I really feel like I could hand Bleecker the list. And as long as like whatever stars
He'll knock it off.
You know, whatever stars align, Bleecker will be like, I got this list. I got it. You know?
I've knocked out a few lists in my life. I think I can
Like a champion.
handle the task.
I'm sure. He'll be like, oh, you need this for 45 minutes? I'm like, I do. And he'll be like, all right, I'm going to have a cigarette. Let's go.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You know what's really funny? Like, straight men, like, telling me they can't do 45 minutes, but, like, every gay and bi dude I know is like, well, yeah.
Referencing to what?
Your face, you know what I'm referencing, Michael.
Yeah, 45
No.
minutes on my
Michael?
head, no problem.
Did you
Yeah.
just call him by his real name? Gosh, you're terrible.
So some men don't have the stamina for sexual performance for 45 minutes, and others
We're gonna get
do.
Tony canceled.
Tony's not
Stop.
canceled over this.
I'm waiting for
Stop.
Tony's wife to chirp in here.
So she'd be like, the
Trust
best
me.
he ever did was 5 minutes. And the other,
She's in the other room rolling her eyes.
now is she rolling her eyes?
In
because I'm
45
right
minutes
about
on
5 minutes?
Sunday.
What, Cliff?
Is she rolling her eyes because I'm right about 5 minutes?
We're not going there.
Oh my God. I will say this. The guy that I turned by this year, one of his exes complained about his performance. And after my experience, I can assure her she wasn't doing it right.
Ouch.
Oh boy.
I mean, there's a lot involved, you know. I mean, you're talking about stamina.
Hey,
Are
I've
they
gotta
putting
head out now. I
you
just
know.
wanted to pop in. Thanks for having me,
Perfect
guys. I'll
timing.
talk to y'all soon.
Perfect timing to run for your life.
Yeah,
I
for
will.
real.
Right, well.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Can I
Oh,
buy-
good night, Vogs. You be careful.
So,
I like how the end of his couch made the little bat ears on, like, just as he's vanishing.
Are you still there?
Is he frozen
He's
like
frozen.
that?
frozen in time. We're forever.
You know,
Lars,
either-
Interstellar.
oh,
Interstellar. Oh, okay, I guess.
bonjour, Jean Malo. Comment allez-vous?
What's
Bonjour.
up, Jean?
I hope I said that right.
All I got is Jim Appel, Jason. Sorry, John.
So you got to ask Bleak the question since you had
Oh
it,
yeah,
Bleak.
I'm sorry I didn't ask Blake. Blake, what are some of your comic book goals in 2025, or what are some of your goals in general? I mean,
Well, I'm trying to curate a very cool collection of good books and keys, and of course, you know, there's certain runs that I want to collect. Weird War comes to mind. You know, Werewolf by Night, that comes to mind. So Tomb of Dracula comes to mind. So
Hmm.
you know, just get some good keys and curate a nice, cool collection. So when I look at it, I go, "That's the coolest collection ever."
Jean Malo said, "Very nice, very well pronounced." I have not taken French class in 30 years. I took 2 years of French in high school, and it stuck with me. So
You were a good student then, you know.
my teacher always said that I had no problems pronouncing it. It was when I tried to write it.
What's up, you?
Now, I would be remiss talking about all my goals, but I should point out that my most important goal of 2025 is June of 2025. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to Heroes Con because I'll probably be headed to Utah to welcome my first grandchild.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super.
Winning.
I'm kind of
Right.
afraid that I'm going to have some pretty pissed off ladies if I decide to go to North Carolina instead of Utah.
Yeah.
Think of all the men you would make happy.
Cliff, you don't qualify as all the men, okay?
What your other buddies want to see you too, but yeah, whatever. Family, blood, grandchildren, yada yada yada. Okay.
As long as I don't die before I get to Heroes Con, I'll be okay.
I think I also want to read more comics this year. Like, not just
Yeah.
collect them. I'd like to actually read more comics this year. Like, maybe,
That's a big goal.
you know, 1 or 2 a day would be really nice, just to make the actual time to do it, and not like F about, actually read the book. So
One other goal I forgot to mention is that for New Comic Book Day, there's going to be 52 of them. Between now and the end of 2025, I will purposely avoid purchasing John Romita Jr. and Frank Miller covers and going with variant covers for titles that I enjoy, i.e., Daredevil, which has been
Yeah.
very good.
I love
It's the
Daredevil,
Darcy run,
but
but it's been
yeah,
very, very good.
And as soon as this current Amazing Spider-Man ends, I'm going to stay away from the new Amazing Spider-Man.
That one's going to be tougher, but I welcome the challenge.
I already
How
made
about
that cut,
you?
but
How
I
about
keep
you,
my
Chris?
ear. Daredevil, I haven't made that cut, and I'm hoping that they're going to push JR away from that. Okay, so Spider-Man, I made the cut, but I keep my ear to the floor, hoping that one day, they'll allow it to be good again. I mean, I dabble, like I go back and read once it's done.
The only thing we can do to save Amazing Spider-Man is to convince people to stop buying Amazing Spider-Man.
You can't
That's
though.
Good
No,
luck.
you can't, because it's a freaking cult. So that's it. But I am not buying Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not, because I know how it works. You can only hurt them with your wallet. I know how it works. And even if I'm wrong, I'm still sparing myself because I love me some Spider-Man. And I've got Ultimate Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
I don't
You,
care.
you're
care.
talking about, like, I love
Other-
Spider-Man so much. He was one of my first beloved characters and has been my whole life. Like, there's always Spider-Man merchandise throughout, like, everywhere I've lived. I have Spider-Man, apparel, that kind of stuff. I mean, you're talking about, like, the last 10 years being, that's why I had to cut it off because, I mean, what am I a fan of at this point? Am I a fan of like the greatness that it was? Or, I mean, because I can't really preach any of the modern stories. And I'm just talking about the last two arcs before the current one. But like, you can't even like hand somebody it and tell them that, hey, it'll potentially be good. Because at the time, I mean, we're talking about almost 5 years now we've been waiting. And
Yeah.
it's like,
the limited series stuff have been good.
they have.
Spectacular has been good. Miles has been fantastic.
Miles has been great.
Ultimate has been the best. Spectacular Spider-Man has been pretty good.
Yes, because it's allowed to be fun, which it should be. And I love that we have a book dedicated to the two of them building a friendship.
Yeah.
Because they should. I think it's weird. I honestly, I think it's fine that Spider-Woman and Spider-Man don't hang out. Like, they're completely different people. And we've established that, But like Peter and Miles, it's kind of like, bro.
It bothered me as a kid that they weren't as connected because I think it was a while before I even found out who Spider-Woman was. She was so in the background kind of thing. But like moving forward, I actually like that they're not so heavily connected. I like that they're extreme separate because she can stay good while he keeps doing whatever they're doing with him kind of thing,
Yeah. They in my opinion, they really just need to move away from Peter's damn love life and personal life that much and just focus on Spider-Man dealing with some sort of major crime that he has to do a little bit of detective work with.
Can they give
Just
Peter
for an arc.
Can
Just
they
for an
give
arc.
Peter a break for a goddamn minute? Give him a break. Let the guy succeed.
Yeah, I
Succeed.
want a good storyline, like Leek's saying, but like it doesn't have to be like we're giving him $1 million good. It
No.
doesn't have to be like he's gonna become a famous actor good. Like no, like you said, give us like a small like detective style, like maybe
How
not.
about he let him teach again? Why not
Yeah.
having him teach again? What the hell?
Bring back the
Do
intelligence
that.
of Peter Parker. Like, I think it's something that's like lost. You talk to most casual fans, they don't even know that this dude's intelligent because it's not even something that's like portrayed. You're talking about he's supposed to be one of the like most intelligent people within the Marvel universe. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's no way. There's no way he should be on his buddy's couch broke. He's a super smart guy. He's Spider-Man. He should be. I don't know. He should be grown at this point. He should be like the head of a team somewhere. He should be like the leader of something. Like, let him grow up. He's not your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man anymore. Let him be like a real fucking superhero. Excuse my language.
No, you're right.
Cool.
Or he give him a new. Let him lead the champions. Let him lead those new champions. Like, they need guidance. Let him be guidance for a new generation.
I like that.
I was gonna say, hell,
Yeah,
let him lead a team like the Outlaws, like he did for 2 issues of Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. Like, just let him do something that, like, let him grow. We've seen it. He's the saddest superhero of all time. We get it. Thank you very much. Now let's move on from that and start something new. That's all.
but like, I go back to like a muddled time. We're talking about years ago when they did try switching it up, and for me, it worked so well in the Superior Spider-Man thing. And what were the first couple things they got rid of when Doc Ock made the switch? And they got rid of Mary Jane. That was one of the first things he did. And then, like, from the ground level up, it was a simple Spider-Man story. It wasn't this massive, like, oh, he's taking on the Sinister Six in the first issue. No, it was like he dealt with like somebody that was robbing a diner or something like that. It wasn't, it wasn't like till I want to say like 8 or 9 issues that they started building up this bigger, like
Yeah,
massive
but didn't
thing.
we have to deal with the fact that Doc Ock was becoming accustomed to being Peter Parker? So we had that.
I'm not talking about like because there was a lot in the overall story, which I like that as well. But I'm just talking about like the basic things that they were like, hey, if we exit this, this, and this, and just move past these things, we can have a good Spider, and that's what it was. Like,
So, Mike, what you're talking about, and what makes all these different Spider titles so great, is when they just reboot the damn character. But the
yeah,
thing is, we're talking about originally here ASM itself, the title itself, the flagship brand itself, and why it's continuously failing. They're putting the wrong writers, they're putting on terrible artists, and they're making silly, nonsensical stories that the hardcore fan base who buys these comic books do not enjoy.
But
And now we're having people like Cliff and Brian threaten to say they're not picking up the new volume when it comes.
I'm not
That's why
threatening.
I'm
I'm not
saying
buying.
that's what I'm saying. It's just time now to follow DC's blueprint when it comes to Batman. Get your best writer, your best penciler, put them on it, give them creative freedom for an arc, and see what happens.
Well,
This is how we got the Court of Owls.
That's the problem right there, is the creative freedom. They've had great writers and great artists on Spider-Man,
Yes.
and their hands are shackled.
Absolutely.
They're tied.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I
For
know.
me,
Speaking to Zeb Wells, he did not get to tell the story he wanted. I know that.
the real answer for me is they need to get unshackled from Sony, and they need to get the right, because I believe that's the reason they're tanking specifically Spider-Man and Namestate, because
Like the
they
Fantastic
don't
Four.
want Sony
Yeah.
taking a profitable thing and making, and just making it even more profitable. No, they wanted the hopes is getting the license back. So in my belief, that's why it's been, and it's not, and I believe it's like better writers and maybe it's more, we need like this fight within these writers, because they do have these restrictions. Like, I don't believe Zeb Wells is a horrible writer or whatever, especially because, you're talking about Spider-Man, it's top of the game. You're talking about certain characters are like as high as you can go within. So why? No, to me, it all lines back to like they're kind of specifically tanking that one avenue because they don't want, they don't want Sony, mass profiting off of that.
Well,
Look at all.
Does Sony
I'm-
profit off the comic books? I don't think so, dude. Does it? Does it? I don't know.
And it's more of, I'm
Just don't
talking about
want
more
Sony
like the
to steal any new
popularity,
properties.
Okay.
like the popularity that it could draw. Because you're talking about, look at the popularity that one trailer is drawing off of Superman. That's going to lead new fans that maybe saw Superman in a new light or something, or excited about this new universe or something. That will lead fans to the comic book store. Like, you kind of don't want that in retrospect for either or, since both, it's two different companies kind of thing.
I hate to say Gun's a genius, man, but as soon as that Superman trailer dropped, and then I don't know, a little bit later when they did the Lobo announcement,
oh Lord,
everybody's been talking about DC for the entire month. It's been insane.
I
Go ahead,
mean,
Victor.
But it's not.
I don't think he did anything exceptional. He just utilized things like good timing.
That's
It's
exactly
been a
it.
good.
And
It's
like,
been a good push all the way through, because it wasn't just like one. Because we got like Penguin, we got like
Yeah.
you know, the start of Creature Commandos, and that's been good. Then we got the trailer. I mean, so it has been like, you know, on a different. Because I love DC. Yeah, I love Marvel, but I love DC a little more, especially when it comes to animated movies, stuff like that. I love the grittiness and that kind of. Okay, so up leading up to this, yes, DC was like failing. Like, yeah, I mean, we're talking about their animated stuff was really one of their highlights, you know, because I mean, we're talking about years. Their DC animated stuff was, you know, top notch. Their movies, not so much, but no, but I mean, even near the end, their animated stuff started to decline, you know. That's like how many people actually watched Watchmen Part 2 or you know, they finished the whole Infinity, you know, what was it, Crisis movie, part 1, 2, and 3. I did, but
Oh, I did. I definitely did. All the DC animation stuff I've watched a lot of
me
times.
personally, I actually love the Watchmen. I thought, you know, it's how do you take a property that's already a great comic, it's already had a good live action adaptation. How do you take it and do an animated movie that is equal to or you know just as good as those? And I believe they achieved that in those two parts, but that's my opinion.
I'm a mark though. I'm a Watchmen. I'm a huge Watchmen fan, so
Yeah, me too.
I can't be trusted to say if it's good or bad. I'm like it's awesome.
I loved it.
Watchmen.
Okay, what I will say is like I love the Watchmen, but I've always been confused about the Black Freighter part of it. It never like exactly like spoke out why it's been mingled into the story. Like even reading the comic and the source, like I never like 100%
So
grasp like that.
the Black Freighter is only there to mirror the story of.
Yeah, but still,
That's
like
it.
I
No, that
don't.
was it. That was it. That's his. That's
That's
all
it.
it
Yeah.
is.
Well, in the animated, you actually get a little more. You know, they actually kind of give you a little deeper definition to the comic while the kid's reading it through the animated movie. Yeah, I kind of dug that.
I
Y'all,
think.
before
I,
oh,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry. Go.
All I was going to say is before I get to Phil's question, my wife made a comment on my joke about going to Utah or Heroes Con. She said she'd be the most PO'd of all
What?
if I didn't make the
Yeah.
right choice. But Phil's popped up a question saying, when was the last time ASM was cutting edge or must read?
Frank, it would probably be Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, Superior Spider-Man for me.
Superman Spider-Man was big. It was like one of those things that everybody hated, and now people are like, it was actually pretty good, and I really have good memories.
I
He
ate
just
it
said,
up during that time.
I didn't know he meant other titles. If just ASM, I'd
Yeah,
say
just
he meant
ASM.
I don't think ASM has been cutting edge other than the Death of Craven itself or
Yeah.
The Carnage.
Gene Wolfe. Yeah, I guess the Carnage saga, but
It's kind of weird because you know, and I know that's where
You
Chris
don't
is
think
going
the
because
death of
they
Peter
do all their
Parker is
storylines.
warranted?
pardon?
The death of Peter Parker, you don't think that, and it bringing us to Superior Spider-Man, that wasn't a big moment?
I don't think that was cutting edge. I don't think Marvel puts cutting edge stuff in their flagship. I think they put that in lesser titles like Daredevil, like
Mhm.
Death of Elektra, and
Punisher.
yeah,
But
that's
again,
or
same thing.
Wolverine.
When was the last time Daredevil was cutting edge?
During the
Recently,
Zdarsky run, they locked
Yeah.
him up in prison, and he had to do
his last
multiple
Yeah,
fights
that
in
was a good-
prison that way.
No, they locked him up in prison again.
And he had to
well,
deal with
he
violence
died and came
inside
back.
prison.
He's
Oh,
I
And
mean,
then
came back?
Elektra picked up
Elektra became
the Daredevil mantle.
Pretty cool.
I gotta say, the last
I
time
love when the
the
Electro
last
became.
time I was impressed was, I think, man,
Are you trying to talk mess on Daredevil? Daredevil has been solid. It's actually like I will get behind like Marvel has been like steadily downsliding. There's been some highs and okay, but we're talking
I'm
about
saying,
no Daredevil has been solidly good.
No, Daredevil's been consistently fine, right? Like I will
Mm,
agree to that. But it has
Thank you,
not been.
James Brooklyn.
It hasn't been. Oh my God, my pussy is shaking. Like it hasn't been that. Like
what am I? I mean, okay, so I'm not
Like,
gonna say, but like, and it. I mean, I think that depends on the reader, depending because in comics they do reuse like storylines. I mean, so I mean, if you have this vast knowledge of comic lore in front of you, and you're expecting like modern comics to have these, that might be far
well,
and few
for
between.
me, well, no, this is my problem, right? Like for me, as a modern reader, we don't need to kill him again. You don't need to imprison him again. Like we did it, and we've done it twice before. Matt Murdock's been in prison 3, 4 times now.
So
It's not going to that well.
I'd
what
say
makes your bussy shake there, Cliff? What makes it quake and shake? Let's hear it.
I think I can't remember. Was it Bendis who put him in jail? And somebody's running around as Daredevil, and Elektra is chasing them on the rooftops, and she's like, "Tell me who you are, tell me who you are," until finally he makes the Iron Fist and breaks the Psy. That shit was hot. I loved it. I was like, "Oh my god, Iron Fist has been running around as Daredevil!" Like I was so excited because he wanted to free Matt Murdock. I was like, and in fact, I think that was the last time that I read something Bendis wrote that I was super fucking excited for. I loved everything going on there. But then what did Bendis do? He went to DC. Oh, look, Superman doesn't need a secret identity either. And I'm like, we're going back to the well, And I'm like, no. Freaking Scott Snyder, again, it was just like the Black Mirror. Oh, Barbara's missing crazy brother. It's like New 52 Batman. Oh, Bruce's crazy missing brother.
that was sold as a reboot to begin with. Come
I
on.
know, but you know how I feel about that entire
Okay, so like there is so like
The whole
Daredevil
damn
there.
brand was a reboot. Like we got
Yeah, it
Doomsday all
was.
over again.
And it was supposed to
Wait, wait,
start
wait.
as that. They changed it as it went along because it didn't work out. They had too many continuity slips. They couldn't keep it in tow.
No, it was a disaster, and for me anyway.
There's
But
good
we got
good
Swamp
parts
Thing,
and
and we got Animal Man. That was beautiful. Look at how much beauty we got.
we got a lot more than people realize. I mean, you're talking about Justice League Dark. You're talking about Batwoman. It depends on what you read and where you went.
Batwoman was already good. Okay, so Batwoman was like kind of
It,
safe.
it was 3 issues that led into New 52. That was like they just started the team right before that began with Eulogy or whatever. Because all the Batman stuff was good. I mean, you're
I
talking
like
about we
Bat-
got Court of
I like
Owls.
a New 52, man. I like fucking. I like.
Yeah, I'd say the only iffy
and
was when we got
Capullo together. I like them both together. I'll take that
yes.
any day of the week, man. Any day of the week. I know. There's a lot of haters. John's
It,
Comic Kids does
it
not
was
like Scott Snyder.
it was iffy when we got to Grayson and stuff like that. That's when the it started to get muddled. And it
So
wasn't
that
like the first year. And not everything was released in the first year. It was like a 2-year thing because it was 52 series that they launched. And then right after they did launch, because I remember that vividly, like because my shop had everything on like tables, and I think the first round was it was like 30 something odd series that spawned out. Nah, but I mean there was definitely some bad.
Hold on. Can you highlight John again there? Okay. Now, I normally don't like going
I
toe
love
to
Scott.
toe. I don't like going toe to toe with John. But come on, man. Like Noctera was incredible. The Court of Owls was fantastic. I'm all with you when it comes to Absolute Batman. I don't get it. I think it's a terrible reboot. You can't have
Yeah,
Bruce
I'm the
Wayne
same.
juiced out of his mind and every other character he's crossing like only be 160 pounds. I'm with you on that one. But come
No,
on,
that's
Scott
not
Snyder's
even my
a good
issue.
writer, man. He's
My
a good
issue
writer.
is my issue with Absolute Batman is, and most of them is you're gonna do this like switch up
Nocturne
of who
was
they
great
are
in
and
Evil
stuff.
Light. Okay.
I'm just sick of the
I
Batman,
love Nocturne.
dude. I'm sick of 8,000 people knowing who Batman is. So like a Batman reboot is really nice for me. I
My
mean,
thing is, why was every character in the book like everybody that we already know from the Batman universe? Like they couldn't even create one unique like individual that was brand new to this universe. No, it was like, I mean, the same people you know. Like, I don't know.
Well, we can blame Darkseid for that, right?
No, I like all that. I was actually excited until we got to Absolute Batman, and the first issues didn't rub me the wrong way. I'm with you. It takes more, I'd say you need at least like 3 issues, but I mean, my whole thing is where are they going with it? Like, what's the stability? Batman is. I mean, no, I'm not
Let's be honest. It took 3 issues for Batman to get away from the guys who started chasing him in issue 1. So, like, it's not impressing me. Whereas Wonder Woman, in 3 issues, Wonder Woman's been like, there's my mini origin. Here I am battling shit in man's world. Look at me. I'm sacrificing myself so I can send Steve Trevor home. Girl is doing, she's doing everything.
Using arms, like, which it's good stuff.
Also, Circe needs more respect in the main Wonder Woman title. Like, first of all, the fact that Circe, the last time I saw her in this issue with Detective Chimp in the main continuity, looked like a bullshit version of her absolute, disgusting. That bitch needs long purple fucking hair at all times. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Bitch needs long purple fucking hair at all times.
You just
right?
repeated the same thing. Then Paul, okay.
You know, and then like, oh no, my apology wasn't for cursing. My apology was that I was going to continue cursing.
But no, yeah, I agree. For the absolute world, to me, it's Wonder Woman, and 1B would be Superman, and way off behind is everyone's dream of being a billionaire, even though he's not a billionaire in this one.
construction worker.
I was going to ask one question about Absolute Batman. As swole as Absolute Batman is, how big is Absolute Bane going to be when he shows up?
Nah, that's another thing I don't like about Absolute Batman,
Gravity's
because
going to be like 2 feet large.
they draw him large, but like they forget. Like, I mean, they have him going through doorways which he would not be able to fit through, but he still goes through them. They just forget.
No, Ultimate Bane, his venom is gonna be made of kryptonium, and Ultimate Bane will also be Ultimate Doomsday, and we'll have the absolute world's finest, and they will fight this creature to the death. And then only in their moments, in their final breaths, in the defeat of this horrific, unstoppable monster, will absolute Darkseid finally reveal himself. And I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
This is like a Frank. I don't know. It's like Frank Miller meets death metal. It's very huge.
Yeah, it's going back to that, it seems.
Yeah, which is I like death metal. So
I love metal and death metal. You know what I mean? But do I want it again, especially in a big event? Like,
no,
it's not Sunday, Kingdom of the Nerds. Today's not the day of the Lord. What are we talking about? You know, or is it because are you one of those? It starts at 7 p.m. on Saturday, people. If you are, too bad. And
AR's looking forward to Absolute Batmite showing up, bench pressing with a knife in his teeth.
right.
That's pretty good, AR. That's pretty good.
Guys, I got a jet.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit, Mike.
Yep. Bye, Tom. Bye, guys. Happy New Year.
So let me go back to Phil's question. He wants to know who's going to try to show up for Heroes Con.
I'm trying. I'm scared. I'm scared as shit, but I'm trying. Look at Kristen Conrad. He just wants a big old sexy hug. I can't wait.
I'll just go to New York for that. It's okay.
And you should. I'm only 5 or 6 hours away. Come on. And bring
you're in New York City, right? You're on the outskirts
of New York City. I'm in New Paltz. I'm like 6 hours from you. Come get me.
Okay. Syracuse way? Like which direction?
No, I'm further down than Syracuse.
Okay.
So you would like drive out to Syracuse and then
head south. Yeah.
Head south.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go, Cliff.
Pick
me up, Cliff. Yeah.
I'm like the Sabbath. Yeah. Okay, you're one of those people. I get it. All right. Yeah, it's after 7 on Saturday. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna tell Chris if he's coming to North Carolina, he could always fly to Evansville.
Hello, A+ Comics.
Ebbetsville. No.
Indiana. That's where I'm moving to. I'll let you know what's there when I get there. But you'll have a place. You'll automatically have a place to stay.
Well, if any of y'all are ever in Niagara Falls, just hit me up.
Cool.
Niagara Falls, New York?
Canada, brother.
Oh, I didn't know you were Canadian.
As Canadian as they come, eh?
All right.
You didn't know that Bleecker was in Canada?
No.
Have you heard him say book? Have you heard him say a boat? Have you heard any of these words?
I don't say a boot. It's ridiculous. No Canadian says a boot.
You know,
that's
your
more
about
of
is
a
a little more Canadian than it is American.
You gotta
that's
go
more
like
of a
you gotta
Quebec
go out
thing.
east for the boots, like
Yes.
you know, Newfoundland and stuff. They'll say a boot for sure.
Chris, Cliff, Nick here saying that between Only Slabs and this show, Cliff and Chris should just consummate already.
Oh my!
I would like to consummate with all the Canadians. They're just not ready.
I'm almost ready to come on Only Slabs.
You know, like
I gotta buy a few more books still.
I can't wait for you to be on Only Slabs, but
I
mean,
want
like,
to go. I just don't have enough slabs yet. I know Rob asked
like,
me a long time ago, and I was like, I don't have enough slabs, bro.
You know, I feel like I feel like Chris could be like the big finish, you know, while you know, but like I feel like Bleeker would like give me like the warm up, but but then like lead into the takedown, and like Dracula would like give me the opener, you know, and like the prep, and then the tag team just starts until, you know, we're done.
You underestimate my power, son.
Here you go, Cliff.
You don't worry. I'm planning this to be like a 5-hour evening. You know, there'll be breakfast in the
Skywalker
morning.
over here. Don't mess around.
Here you go. Here you go, Cliff.
I do be looking like a snack. You know, someone come get me.
Nice.
Bleeker, are you familiar with Shane 1063 Comics?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The 1063. I pressed a bunch of his books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's in Niagara as well, right?
Yeah, he's a really good dude. Actually, he's really nice. I like that guy a lot. He's got
He's a sweetheart. He really is.
And Newbie is down your way too.
Newbie, yeah, I know. That's actually how I first started hanging out on YouTube, was watching Newbie comics, and then through what was it, Face Comics. He FaceTime. I don't know, a bunch of dudes on there. They were good dudes. And now I'm watching all you guys. So.
I just love. I have not dyed my hair. This is still my natural shit. I do not have children. That is my secret. I just went to the barber.
Looking good with no children over here.
That's right. And look at you, giving me some shoulder action. You know, I'm loving it. It's great. And like honestly, I want Bleeker to like give me shoulder action and like midriff, like 80s teenage boy midriff. I want that. That'd be great.
10 years ago, baby. You don't want that today.
We could do. I don't know. Like, you know, we could do like a little training program. I'll whip all of you into shape. You know.
I'm not sure who A Plus Comics is saying who dyed their hair, but it wasn't me.
Yeah. No, he said you dyed your hair, and I was like, I didn't. I got a haircut. Which of course I'm absolutely loving. So my barber got moved to a private room, right? And so I walked in, and my eyes were bugging out immediately. And I look at the owner, and the owner, see, that's right, John's Comics Kids, you know what I'm talking about, baby. So I walked in, I look at the owner, he goes, oh, don't worry. He's like, Jake is here. We moved into a private room. I said, I am glad that you spoke quickly, because that empty spot where I normally find him is really getting to me, right? And then he was like, okay. So I wait for him. We go to the private room. And I'm like, ooh, private room. I was like, so is this an upgrade, or is this a way to keep you away from all the people who are politically unaligned, right? And he's like, sit down. And then he slides the door shut, and he's like, it's both. And then he tells me about how someone came in and they were decorated in the uniform of their political affiliation, right? They were out and about and proud of their wing of territory, and they saw his rainbow Satan worshiping love everybody sticker, and it immediately escalated into a small incident. And now I get my hair cut in the private room.
Oh,
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
You know, and then of course he gets to play his own music, and yes, he keeps his pants on, even though I wish he wouldn't. But that's okay. His wife doesn't like to share, so I'm pretty respectful. I mean, if you're if your wife doesn't want to share, then I usually stay off. But some wives are like, oh, I haven't touched it in a couple years, go for it, and I say thank you.
The more you know.
The more you don't want to know.
Well, guys, anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I want to talk about comics. I'm like, for the new year, I got to hunt down some issues of adventure comics, some issues of action comics, and
yeah, I'm actively.
And somehow I have to go to Heroes Con and Terrific Con, and I just don't know what I'm doing. Every time I look at my bank accounts, like my asshole shakes, and not in the fun way, not in the Reverend Finger Blaster, let's go hang out with the Canadians way.
No, I look at my bank account and it pretty much just laughs at me these days. Why are you here? Why are you
all have a bank account?
I have a place where my money stays long enough to pay the bills.
Damn, Aubrey Plaza's husband?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, I just got a place where my money hangs out long enough for the bills to take it, and
that's pretty much where it all goes.
Yeah.
This is terrible. And I just turned 47. I hate this shit. You're 47. Like, why you gotta be my age? Why does it gotta be that way?
Cliff, I hate to tell you this, but my brother passed away a few months after he turned 47.
And worse, did you read the end of the report about what crisis lifeline to contact?
Don't worry, I'm 48. You'll be fine.
Better be. I'm gonna be clinging on to you. I'm gonna be riding your head. I'm gonna be hitched to your star, bitch. Wait, no, I'm gonna hitch you to my star.
Starfish. Everybody will be just fine.
I'll be 52 in July.
All right, so you got like a year and change on me, Tony.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's how old I am this time. I mean, I'm eternal, so
Feels that way.
Originally, I was born in 1300s on the shores of Barovia.
There can only be one, Tony.
In the highlands of Barovia in Germany. It's a German Highlander.
I'm also really excited to self-publish this year.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's very aggravating, but like I just want to do it, and like I want it to be beautiful.
How do you?
Yes, you did.
Are you writing a comic, Cliff? I'm guessing. Is that what you're doing? Or are you doing a book?
I did, and so my friend told me he read through it really quick, but I wanted to be like action packed. And then he was like, "Oh, but we have had no time to like get to know these characters," and so like I'm really like stressing out about it. So like, basically, I have one World War II hero in Bavaria. That's right, Bavaria. He's in their mountain range, and he ends up battling Krampus, right? And again, because the Thule Society is out and about doing weird shit, and they accidentally unleashed Krampus. They were trying to unleash a demon they could control, and they unleashed Krampus. And Krampus was like, "Nope, I punish. That's what I freaking do."
Bavaria, you say? You really went all out on the most popular spot on the planet. Okay.
So that's the first mini story, and then that story ends with Krampus's chains on the ground, and somebody snags Krampus's chains, and then I end with a little cutscene with that person taking the chains, right? Then we cut to my other character and exactly what he's doing that same day, but in a different area, and he's chasing after Thule Society members who've kidnapped college students from around the world to experiment on them, right? So he defeats them, and we have a little we have a little ending there. The next scene is they find themselves at this little bar in the woods where nobody judges you, right? And so they have this little talk where they're like, that shit at the bar where you're sitting there and you're drinking and you're talking and you're kind of flirting, but you're not even really looking at each other, But then they realize where they are and they get up and they're touching each other, and then they head up to the bedroom, and then this is where I finally insert some gay sex into the scene, and
Are you writing smut?
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right.
But it's adventure smut. It's not like I'm saying. Like I want a real story, and then we get a little smut in there.
Okay,
You know.
okay. I like
Is there
smut.
anything
I'm a
wrong?
fan
Am
of the
I wrong
70s.
for wanting this? Am I wrong for wanting this? I even feel like I'm writing it in a way so we can remove the smut so other people can read it, and then the smut could be there for the people who want it. Right?
Dude, I'm all over the smut. Robert Crumb's one of my faves.
There we go. And I can't wait to have Dracula drawing some smut covers for me too. He told me he's down with drawing me some Tom of Finland shit. I'm like, let's do it all day. So after the two of them are like they're in the afterglow of their sex, and one of them's lighting a cigarette and all that bullshit, and like they think that they're having a good time. Like out in the woods is the dude with the chains and his eyeballs glowing, and the book that the occultist had. So he now has the Thule Society book, whatever book that is they stole, and then the chains of Krampus, and something terribly evil is taking over him. And then that sets up for whatever. So when my friend complained that I don't know these characters and I don't understand their intimacy, I figured I would do an origin story for the beginning of the book where they first meet in Washington and why, and then like how they give each other the looks and the glances, and that would set the tone. And then we go off and do the stuff.
You could do the introduction to the characters in the second one and do the all action in the first episode.
That's what I wanted to do, but I also want people to feel like they can get into it. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Smart with a story, exactly. And then I can have all the fancy covers.
I don't hate the action first, sort of tell the story later. You know, issue 2, issue 3 is the origin story of where everything happens. I don't hate that, but hey, what do I know?
You know. And then, of course, I do have a woman, and I want to get her story into it too. So maybe I'll do her origin. You know, but I've done tons of world building, but I did write out enough for a first issue.
Interesting.
And I probably need an editor to punch it up, but I'm really worried because I also need to come up with like $5-6 grand to make this happen.
I got.
But actually, I don't. I need Kickstarter to work. I still need probably a couple of grand to get art to make Kickstarter happen.
I got about 2.5 comics written right now in a story arc, so I'm excited about that myself. I'm also doing a little bit of artistic nonsense.
That's cool.
See where it goes. But
the point is, life is short, and we need to publish this shit.
Yeah,
you know. And my friend who did the pre-read, he was like, why are you, he said to me, why are you so gung-ho on this? You know, like he was like, just go find some artist. And I'm like, no, why would I find some artist? I want the art that I want. And he goes, yeah, but why are you being so particular for your first time? I said, because if I fail, I want to fail spectacularly. You know,
this is my first time, and I want roses on the goddamn bed, my motherfucker. That's why.
Exactly. I want roses on the bed. I want whining and dining. I want platinum lube. I want it all. You know. So like, and then he finally got it. I said, I'm not getting any younger. Death is coming for us all. I want my book, and I want it the way I want it. I don't want it to be like, well, this was the closest I could get. You know. And maybe I will or won't be immortalized in my work. I don't care, but I do want it to be out there. I want to look at it and love it, and I want someone's going to enjoy it.
I know. I think I don't know. Anybody familiar with Tom McDonald, rapper? No. Okay. No. Well, he's a self-published rapper, and the guy makes a lot more money than most rappers that are hooked up in industry. And the reason he can do that is because it's modern day, and you can do things like that. So you can make this comic, and you can get it going. There's got to be a cheaper, better way to do it that you could do it through your own means without a publishing company and all that jazz. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Make all the money yourself, Cliff. Make all the money yourself, buddy.
That's right, man.
Except for your artists, of course. Pay them generously.
He may have been on Lorenzo's show. Okay. Well, guys.
28 slabs today. 1063. It was 28 slabs I had in the show.
Wow. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up because in about 30 minutes, I got to be with Mike talking about Dragonlance.
Great.
So and I'm going to go be on
Mad Spidey.
No, I'm going to be on Nerds. What are they called? Nerdsy Nerdy Musings. I'm going to be on Nerdy Musings.
Okay.
God. And they're really popular. And I cannot remember their name. This is all so horrible.
Well, I was gonna say let's go around the horn. Chris, what you got coming up?
In the next little bit, I'll be dropping my new Comic Book Day haul video from the books that just came out this past Wednesday. I'll be making a video like everyone else, my comic collecting goals for 2025. And this Wednesday, as always, my live stream, Show Us What You Got, the live new Comic Book Day hangout.
Cool.
Thank you, Tony.
And Cliff, where you coming up? What you got besides what you're doing? What you just said?
Yes, what I just said, which of course is Nerdy Musings, which is a podcast. I think if you go to their YouTube and click on the podcast section, I guess that will show up live at 8. I hope. I don't know. I can't wait to not know. All I know is that they've had Mon Comics on. They've had Mike from Lunch Money on. So I'm honored to be a guest and nervous, but I shouldn't be. Like, I know what I'm doing, but also nervous. And tomorrow at 5 p.m., the Council of Comics, and we're doing Die Hard 3. Then at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be with Black Crown Comics, and we'll be doing that stuff and talking about FOC and new comics and hot topics and all that fun shit. And then Monday night, the Council with new keys and hot comics of the week at 8 p.m. And Tuesday night, Paul in the 619, I'll be joining him and Boggs and whoever else. And then I'll cut it there.
Yeah, is there anything you're not doing?
You, apparently.
Probably.
I knew it was coming.
Probably a shorter list.
All right, Reverend Blaker, what you got coming up?
We got tomorrow Sunday, so we'll be doing church, comic book church. We do that 10:45 Eastern. Everybody's welcome. We'll probably be doing our top 10 pickups. We've got a pretty good panel as usual, so doing all that. Dagger, nice brother.
Yeah.
And Slab or Not to Slab, we'll be putting another episode of that out fairly soon. And I just put up me playing the guitar, so if you want to check that out. That wasn't too shaggy. And we'll be on The Hunt, Tony Sanders show this Friday. And every other Friday, we're on Biggie Shack's show, the Comic Collector Club, which was really good last night. So if you didn't see Comic Collector Club last night, go check that out. I don't know, man. Go check us all out. K-Pop Junkie, Splash Page Comics, Hudak Comics, Boston Chris. They're usually on the show with us, so check them out.
Cool. Well, me, in about less than 20 minutes, I'm going to be on Evil Mike's channel, Evil's Comics. We're going to be doing a Quest Through Kryn, Episode 2, Dragons of Winter Night Part 2. I'll be with Trev, Mike Beckerman, and Good Days Games and Comics as we continue our discussion through the Dragonlance Chronicles. Monday, I'll be dropping a new mail call video where I picked up a few books from eBay. I paid more in shipping than I did for the actual books, but I got some nice covers. And then next Friday, I'm working on it. I've got everything filmed. I got to get the editing done. The next Tony's Comic Book Spotlight, which I'm surprised I hadn't done it before, which I'm going to be spotlighting The Killing Joke, episode 66. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then back here next Saturday for another episode of Into the Comiverse. Gentlemen, you're always welcome to hang out if y'all want to. And I was going to say, Bleeker, if you want to hang out anytime, just let me know and I'll shoot you the link, man.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I want to thank everybody that hung out tonight on the panel. Thank y'all for bailing me out. Because like I said, the beginning of the show was kind of boring. I was putting everybody to sleep. And I want to thank everybody for hanging out in the chat. I want to thank Christina for dropping the links. And anybody watching this on the rewind, I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I just went over 400 subs, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully I'll be able to do I'm not doing a giveaway now. I want to wait till I get moved to Indiana in March and then do a big giveaway because I got some stuff to give away. I want to add some more stuff. And I'm going to touch back on comic book goals because Bleeker and Cliff were talking about their comics. Everybody's heard me talk about it. I'm going to write my novel. I'm going to write my vampire western. I got it in my head, got to get it on the paper. And what I've talked about, people seem to be excited and they want to read it. So it's going to be pretty cool. Don't see too many vampire westerns, so I think that's going to be interesting. But like I said,
The one.
The what?
I've only seen the one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know the film. Not what is it? Came out in the 50s. Curse of the Undead.
Yep.
But that's the only one I've ever seen. That's actually what kind of sparked me to do it, was just seeing the one. But everybody, I want to thank y'all for hanging out, and we're going to get out of here. And everyone be safe, take care, God bless. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace, man.
Well, dudes, I'd say that's pretty much a wrap. Yep. Cowabunga?
Cowabunga!
Yeah!
Yeah! Cowabunga!